everyone. Shit. Don't look at that. Okay, good. I saved it. I forgot that I did that. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. How are you, Wills? How are you, Maraki? How are you, Daddy Keely? Yes, there was a bit of a spoiler there, but it's fine. Also, fucking Jester, fucking Deathscream, why do you always do your fucking sub thing when no one can see you? Fun fact about this channel, Deathscream was officially the first subscriber. Do you know when he fucking subscribed? When I was offline. We could not even see it. That pick of the moment, he stole it away from me. Fuck you, Tiger. Ain't doing that right now. I'm gonna do that later. So I'm gonna replay that. Come on.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Was that so fucking hard? So fucking hard to wait 10, 15 minutes to do the fucking right thing. You absolutely wannabe cocksucker. That's what you are. Ah. Yes, it was. Okay, so, hello, welcome in, Tiger. Let's give a shout out to Tiger, because my auto shout outs do not work. So we have to do this manually, unfortunately. Do go follow our Tiger. He's an amazing dude. Like, the only issue that he has is that he's Greek. Like, that's the only problem. Greeks are fucking assholes. Every single one of them, let me tell you that. But it's fine. It is what it is. I mean, I'm Greek too. You guys like me. So we must be doing something right. Fuck you, Tiger. Love you. This is for you. You filthy animal. This week was absolutely horrible. And oh my fucking god. I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad that week was over. So many things have happened. And a lot of you don't, like, even my real close friends don't know about it. My mom almost had a heart attack. I almost had a heart attack. There was so many things wrong going on this week. But finally, it's over. Week is over. Weekend is coming. And that means we can relax for just 2 days. Those that work on weekends, suck it, biatch! Love it. Oh man, you can play slots without a liver. How gay men have intimate relations? Huh? Huh? What? I am gay for Michio, and we do have intimate relations. I have more intimate relations with Michio.
You son of a bitch.
I'm in. Hello, Daddy Killy, welcome in.
Almost 1 year. Time flies.
Almost 1 year. Congrats. We're almost there in that once lovely year. Love it. Mwah. Sevskis, thank you so much for the sub. Deathscream and Daddy Killy, of course. The support means everything to me. Right. We're not here to talk jazz and shit. By the way, just to give you an idea of how important you guys are for me and how important this community and this stream is for me, One Piece live action has been released, right? And I was watching that and I said, nope, I am going to do the stream because my fuckers, they deserve that. That's how much I love you. I chose you over One Piece. Like, well, I'm even shocked about myself. Like, I swear to God, if you guys were to die right now, I would not bat an eye. But for you, I dropped One Piece. Like, how the fuck is that going on? Okay, so, Tiger, we will be losing the glasses, but we will not be doing it right now. Right now, there's nothing really into it. Like, we're not reading, we're not playing. We're gonna do that when we're playing a game later on, because we are gonna play games. So if you stick around, you might see it. We're measuring our cocks today. Yes, we will. We could do that. I have a chicken on my freezer. Big and plump and I can't wait to put that in the oven. That's the only cock measuring we'll be doing today. Because otherwise, I have you all bit. Like, I'm sorry. I have a really thick one, you know? That's how it is. Okay, so who here actually saw the spoiler? Do you know what the story is about today? Because honestly, I chose that story based on something that happened to a friend of mine this week, which is really sad. They lost their job, and I fucking hate that. I hate that. So I got reminded of this story, right? And I said, you know what? This could be really good to talk about because it might give them some ideas on what to do. The day that I got fired. There we go. Firing your pants or something? Something about fire? I mean, I do have a fire in my pants. I do have that. Your mind's bigger? Probably it's bigger, yeah. But here's the thing. I don't care who has a bigger cock. I only care about having one to place it in. That's the only requirement for me right now. Where the fuck is my lead moderator? Where is my lead moderator? Show yourself. Show yourself, Michuo. Where is my Michuo? Can't do a fucking stream if I don't see a fucking Michuo in. No. No. I refuse to do that. I refuse. No. No. There we go. Now I can do the stream. Was that so fucking hard? Wasn't. It was not, was it? Right, let's reveal the... You need to behave for at least for a little. Dude. Today we're not behaving. Today's community night will go fucking wild. Let's reveal the name of the title of the story time today. Which is the day that I got fired and I needed to get paid. So... that happened to me as well. That thing that happened to a lot of people has happened to me as well. I got fired once. I will explain everything from the get-go, from how to start, because I wasn't technically fired. I was let go. There's a huge difference, and I will explain everything, don't worry. But I will also tell you how I became the only one that got paid in the end, out of every single layoff that they did. Some of you watching right now might be in the same position as me, or have been, or might be, or will be, to be more precise, because that shit will happen. That shit does happen in the real world, unfortunately. So I want to prepare you for such an occasion. There are legal ways to fight it without breaking someone's jaw. Trust me, breaking someone's jaw is so satisfying, but usually does not get the job done if you need to get paid. That's why you have to be smart. First we get the money, then we break a jaw. Not just any jaw, their mother's jaw. And when that happens, a vendetta begins. And when that happens, we're fucked. I got fired because my boss caught me jerking and I busted on his face. I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit. If that happened, I expect to have a story time, to have a story by next week about that topic, Wheels. I need to read that story and I want all the context, I want all the details. You write the story about that. Pictures of Can you imagine, like, you're actually jerking off at your work and you blast off at your boss's face and you're like, smile, bitch! That's so funny to me. That's so funny. I know, I'm just calling you out, don't worry, I'm just having a bit of fun tonight. But I'm a bit tipsy on cola today. Okay, are we ready for the story? Are we feeling comfortable? Have we brought enough snacks and drinks to do that? Is Dead Scream here, or is he still jerking his cock off by playing? What are you guys playing? What are you guys playing? They're playing Slay the Spire, calling them out. They're playing, both Michuo and Dead Scream are playing Slay the Spire. Just in the middle of a fight. Hello, Daddy Car, welcome in. You came just in time for the amazing things that are to happen. I am not, you liar. Oh, really? I'm feeling a bit naughty today. I think I'm gonna cause quite a bit of havoc tonight. Stop spreading lies. I will strike your buttocks who are bonding with each other. Can I bond with you? Right, let us begin. Sun is in a mood today. Yes, I'm playing a date sim and meat jorking, and I just passed it on my monitor. That's what I'm doing. Oh my god. Okay, so basically everything that you say has to include you jerking off. Okay, got it. Got it, Wills. Stay there and stay your story time. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to create content. The best of content. Where the fuck is my cigarette? There's my cigarette. For you guys. Because I am here to entertain. Now, let us begin. This story takes place around 2015. So that's about 11 years ago. My god, why are my stories so early on in my life? Okay, whatever. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right. Hello, Renya. Welcome in. Will's our stream master. At least I'm not joking to quit you. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna move away from that because we're never gonna stop. We're gonna stop that. New title unlocked. Sure. We could do that. You add it, Mitro. You add it to the roles and give that to Wheels. Okay? Give that a nickname to Wheels. Who the fuck is texting me so late? Fuck off. You don't deserve that. All right. 2015 is where the story takes place. Let me give you a bit of a context before we go on that. After my father died in December 13, my father died Friday 13, December 2013. A lot of 13s on that date. After that, we had to do the funeral and all that bullshit. And then we decided we're gonna move to New York forever. That did not happen. So that meant I needed to find a job pretty soon. So around February and March, I got inside a program that would allow unemployed people to go work for a company. Because back then, finding a job was really hard. It was during capital controls. It was the economy was shit. During the economic crisis, it was such a bad... My god. You've been struck by a smooth... It was such a bad time to be in and be searching for work. I'm sorry my penis did. That's fine. We will respect your penis. Moving on. It was such a hard time to find a job. So when I did, what you had to do is basically do about a month of theoretical subjects like bullshit in the classroom, doesn't really matter. And then you could go work for about 5 to 6 months in a company with less hours. You didn't work full time, but if you did a good enough job, they would hire you. And that was my goal. My only goal was to get hired. That's what I care about. I chose to go into a computer company, basically. What they were doing at the time, they were involved in digitizing old birth and death certificates. So basically, they would have the birth certificate, and it was handwritten, and would digitize it for to have it digital in this fucking country, because we need to do that. We need to know who got born or who died in this fucking country, in the fucking systems. So that's what we were doing. I approached this job like I approached so many others in my life. I was just myself. I was just doing the best I could, and that's all it takes. You don't have to be over the top. Oh my god, I need to do 1,000 certificates or whatever. I was still one of the biggest names because I was doing some of the most work. I'm pretty fast, or at least I was, in typing. My little fingers are like magic. They're also very good for massages, ladies. Just saying. If you want a good massage, I'm your guy. And what happens is I was at this job, and after about 5-6 months, they said, okay, project is over, and now we're gonna hire a couple of you. Out of 100, I was the first choice. Your boy is the best. Your boy is amazing. So I was the first pick. My friend, a really dear friend, was the second pick. He did not accept it. So they chose 2 other people, and that was it. That's how I got this job. Now, we're gonna fast forward 6 months. After 6 months have passed, the project of digitizing all birth and death certificates was pretty much over. And now they had to find a new thing for us because here's the thing. In the project, no, not the project, in the, I don't know how to call it. I guess in the contract was happening because that...
Emotional damage!
Hello, Octavius, welcome in. In the contract that the company had to hire so many people for such a little money, like they did not pay them, it was paid by the European Union, they had to hire 2 to 5 people at least. So that's why we had to get hired. They had to hire 2 to 5 people. Also, they could not fire said people unless they had passed 11 months of employment. This is real important, take this in mind. They had to pass 11 months of employment before you could let them go. Otherwise, it was... Basically, you could sue them. It was that bad. Basically, you could fucking sue them. So this is very important for later. Keep that in mind. So after about 6 months in the job, the project was over. They didn't know what to do. And they said, okay, we're going to take you and move you to the main building, basically, to another area in the city that I live. And they fired a lot of people. The thing that amazed me the most is the memory of the things that happened. Well, honestly, I kind of forgot this story. I've remembered it like the other day. When I heard something about someone getting fired, and I remembered that. It's like, okay, I was right. I don't remember what I ate for dinner. Well, you know, I tend to remember stuff. It's one of my superpowers. It's what I'm trying to do. Because I need to provide content. So I think a lot. It's the stupid people's superpower. Y'all don't have it because you're super smart. You're thinking ahead. I just fucking, because I'm stupid, I have to remember everything. That's what happens when you get brainwashed from social media, I guess. I guess, actually, that could be accurate. Because I don't really involve myself with social media. I don't really do that. Maybe that's it. Maybe you guys suck. Do you suck, Michiru? Do you suck? Mm-hmm. Biatch. Right. Let's move on, my friends. Let's move on. So we were about 6 months in that new contract. They could not fire us yet. We went to the main building and they assigned us to a new project. That's when the problem started to happen. They were starting to get really late with our payment. So our paycheck would arrive late. I just said to fucking Tiger a few minutes ago, this is how I know you don't fucking have a brain cell, Dead Scrim, and you fucking rotter yourself. I told Tiger, we're not gonna lose the glasses because it's actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna lose the glasses for you right now. And I'm gonna make the fun part for Tiger. You know what? Fuck you, Dead Scrim. There we go. Now you're gonna enjoy that because I get to say the story. There's nothing really to rate. You might post something. I don't give a shit because I'm doing a different type of content. Suck it, bitch. So, what was I? Oh, yes. They were starting to get really late with our paychecks. And that was really bad because obviously that meant no fucking money. And no money makes Alex really, really, really mad. I was compliant and first I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm gonna wait a couple of days. And that happened the first 2 months. Then they stopped altogether paying us at all. So I was basically going over there and was not getting paid. The only good thing about it is that because we don't have a project right now, we did not have a project, what we were doing is basically we were going over there, we would sit on our asses doing nothing for 8 hours until it was time to leave. Literally. Because they didn't have a project active at the moment. There was so many problems with our company, economical problems, there was a scandal, there was so many things going wrong. They did not have enough projects. But they could not fire us. This is very important. They could not fire us yet. So what they chose to do is like, okay, you can come in. We're not going to pay you. But you're going to keep coming in until we have need of you. At some point, they did have a project to give us. They gave us a project. We started working again. But we were still not getting paid. Now, at this point, we're talking about 5 to 6 months of not getting paid. Close. So I was starting to lose it. Like, they only paid us the Christmas bonus, which they have to by law, otherwise there is a very, very hefty fine to be had. And trust me, they don't want to do the hefty fine, you know, they don't want to do that. So they chose not to do that, so they chose to pay us. Not the paychecks, just the bonus. At some point, you know, I was getting kind of fed up with it. But at the same time, I wanted to know how far they can reach, how far can they go with this. Like, I was actually curious. So what I did is I chose to do nothing, and I was trying to survive by doing other things. I was scraping by other stuff, like such a bad thing. I was working on the weekends, like at different jobs to try and to get some income. It was so bad, but it's still, it wasn't tragic. Like, we could survive. My mom was also working. I was living with her. I was getting by with pocket money or whatever. So we're getting by. That's the most important. However, what happened one day, exactly one day before we finished 1 year, exactly one day before we reached 1 year, this is very important, they decided to fire us. Legally, they could do it because they had to keep us employed for 11 months after that, the first program that they were doing with the European Union shit. After 11 months, they could fire you. They did not fire us at 11 months because they still had a couple of days of the new project that they gave us. And that new project, the new assignment, would give them money. So they said, we're not going to fire you just now. They did not tell us, obviously, that. And we're going to fire you a few days afterwards. And they chose, literally, 1 day before we reached 1 year. Let me put my glasses back on. Hello! Is that JLV? JLVCM? Welcome in, my dude. Really appreciate you coming in. So, what happened then, after they fired me, I was like, okay, so they fired me right now, but I was not paid my paycheck. So you enjoyed stream, so I followed. Glad I caught a stream. Absolutely, so glad that you're here, my friend. I did see that you followed yesterday. Really appreciate that. Because you made a difference. Because you are amazing, and you better stay in here. Today we're doing story time. In case that you got confused by everything. We do that every second Friday. We basically share stories. If you're into that, watch that. Stay. Absolutely, you're going to have a fantastic time. Afterwards, we're going to play some games, probably some Phasmophobia if you're into that. So cheers for you, Jay. I'm going to call you Jay because I don't know, I really like the name Jay. And you sound amazing, so I'm going to do that for you, Jay. So, JL, I will take that. I will drink to that. JL, that would you. If you had a B in your name, you could be JBL. And I really like that wrestler. I really like that wrestler, honestly. Now, 6 months, not getting paid, just getting fired, basically being told complete and utter lies, being made fun of by a company did not sit well with me. Instead of getting mad and pissed and raging like, rah, 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 no, I had a plan. I would be getting paid. There's no way I would allow them to get away from it. So what I did not sign my release. I told them I will only sign my release if you let me, if you pay me. If you don't, I'm not gonna sign that, because you have to sign it. Even if they fire you, legally they can, but you have to sign the paper, unless they can provide substantial reasons of why you are dangerous and not fit for the company, which they cannot do that unless it's actually true, because you could sue them for I don't even know how much. There's always a legal way out of things. In Greece, let's specify that. Yes, in Greece. Well, technically in Greece they can also find loopholes around the system, but if you are smart enough, you can make it work. You can make it work. That's the takeaway. Most people, what they tend to do is they get flustered, they panic, they rush, they get angry, and they make mistakes. When something happens, when something really shitty happens, something really big, the most important thing is to stay calm. This is also very true for emergency situation. If an earthquake happens, you stay calm. Thankfully, I have proved to myself that when an actual emergency happens, when something actually big, I tend not to panic. Don't get me wrong, I get flustered, I get scared, I get so many things, but I don't panic. That's very important. I stay calm as I can be. Do I shit my pants? Absolutely. Do I have to change my underwear because they're soiled? Yes. But I don't panic. I don't. I relax and I try to find what can I do. Fight the things you can fight. Ignore the things you cannot. Because the Wills doesn't have Discord actually. Wills doesn't have Discord, I remember. Me too, just so you know. So, moving on. I was fired. I still needed the money. So I told them, I'm not signing my release until you pay me. They said, sign it so we can pay you. That's the getaway. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to make me sign something so they can be free of it. They could find loopholes afterwards. They could not with me. So I refused to sign my release. What I did instead, I brought them a paper that basically, I'm not going to go into full details right now. What the paper said is that if I sign my release, I do not consent to my paycheck not being given to me in time, and there will be legal precautions. And if those legal precautions are not being met, the company will offer me, I think I said like something like 10,000 euros at the time. I don't remember. This is real, and I made them sign it. I gave them that paper and I told them, you sign it first, and then I'm gonna sign your paper. What that meant, if they would sign it, is that I would be protected from that. Even if I sign my release, I will still use my rights as an employee and get my paychecks. And if the company decided not to pay me, I could legally pursue a course in the court of law and have them pay me my paychecks plus an additional 10,000 euros. Of course, they refused to sign it. They said, we're not signing that. And I said, okay, so then we're at an impasse. Impasse, to those that don't know what it means, is basically a stalemate. I will not sign your paper, you will not sign my paper. So you decide how we will move forward. Here's the most important thing that you need to take away now. They needed to fire me. They needed for my release to be signed because it was a day before I closed a year. If I was staying employed for a year, I would gain more rights. That means they will have to pay me more money. Not a lot of money, but they will still need to pay me money, more money. And they wanted to avoid that. I refused to sign. They were pestering me. They were threatening me. They were yelling at me. Your boy was like this. And again, I'm gonna bring back what I just said before, because this is very important. If you find yourselves in a position where you're being fired, don't panic. Don't sign anything until you read it. Don't sign anything until your contract is fulfilled to the letter. If you panic, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna lose. That's what they were trying to do. That's what, like, this is very important to people, for people to understand that. Companies are not your fucking friends. Just because they have customer service does not mean that they care about the customer. They care about the consumer buying their product or their services. That's what a company is there for. They're not your friends. They will never be your friends. No matter what they do and say, even if they do good thing about their community, they're still not your friends. It's a company. Its role is to make money. Whether they do it in a meaningful way or they do it the right, so to speak, way, and they're friendly and whatever, that's a different topic. But their main focus is to make money. Which is the most idiotic thing to say to a company, especially because I live that every day, by the way, because I do work at a company and people call me, I'm a customer of the company, you should be honoring me. No, fucker, I do not. I do not. My role is to ensure that you stay in business with me so I can keep draining your money. That's all I have to do. I can find ways to do that without sucking your cock. Just because we choose to employ customer service does not mean that we care about you. Again, if you died right now in front of me, I would be like, sucks. Anyway, so take this, it's very important. Your company is not your friend. You could have a very good relationship, they're still not your friends. You need to protect yourself at any cost. Put yourself in the priority. And this is coming from someone who treats their work as an absolute must. I must be good at my job. I must serve well. I must do this. That's me. That's how I do. That's how I roll. And I always do that. I always put my work above else while I'm working. That's my workplace. Any workplace, doesn't have to be the current one. Any workplace, do they applaud that? Yes and no. Yes, like, yes, you are amazing. Thank you for being such a role model employee. A second later, they're like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't know this guy. I don't care about this guy. Hello, Tess. Welcome in. Moving forwards now. Let's go back to the story at hand. We were still at the stalemate. They would not sign my paper. I did not sign their paper. What happened is they were threatening me a bullshit. But what happened is that legal hours of my workforce was now over. It was over 5. I was like, well, see you on Monday. And I just went up and left. They lost their bet. Because now I was employed for over a year. They lost. Because that's what they wanted to avoid. By the way, that was great. Because if they would fire me at the beginning of the month when that previous assignment was still ongoing, they would lose the assignment money, obviously, but they would not have to pay me that extra money because they would find a way to do it. But because they chose the greed way, the greed route, they fired me too late. And I did not sign the paper. That's the most important thing. I don't sign the fucking papers. Like, nope, I ain't doing that. And they failed. And that meant that I was employed for over a year now. I had rights. Sign here. Wills want to adopt it to all Dragonrath. Do you expect? Do you accept? I guess you mean accept. If you give me the full contract and I will read it, I shall sign it if I find everything desirable, Wills. Now, the story is not over because I still did not have my money, which is the most important thing, which is what started the whole thing. What I did is I said to my fellow colleagues who were fired the same way as I did, all right, I am going to this civilian service that's basically protecting your rights as an employee. And I said, I'm going to go there. You're going to join me? So they said, yeah, we'll join you. So what we did, we went there, we explained the situation, and this is what they told us. This is how you know that a company is in cahoots with the fucking corrupted system in any country. They said, even if you make an assignment, appointment, whatever, you will not receive anything. You will not be able to gain what you want. So you better sign the papers. My response to them was like, if I sign the papers, do I get my money? And they said, yeah, they have to. No, they don't. If I sign my release, it means that they don't have anything else to give me. That they paid me. And they said, yes, but they will pay you. It's a good company. I was like, I don't give a fuck if it's a good company or a bad company. I don't care about that. They have not paid me for over 6 months now. I'm not playing my chances. Some people signed, and to this day they have not received their money. I was patient again. Here's a card. The only thing that you know is that Conrad is an innocent 18-year-old. He likes anime, especially tights? Thighs, okay. I mean, I don't know how to feel about the second part. And I don't think you're that innocent if you like thighs that much. Not gonna lie. So, going forward, I was still not getting paid. I did not sign any papers. The company called me. They said, you need to sign the papers now. Like, you need to. And I was like, sure, I will sign the papers. Absolutely, I will sign the papers. Like, good, we'll send them over. No, you're gonna pay me first. If you don't pay me, then I'm not signing anything. They came up with a different approach. Like, look, we're gonna pay you half right now, and the other half in a month. Is that acceptable? And I said, yes, if you accept to put this in writing, put this in legal binding, not just writing, but in legal binding. I will explain what it is in a minute. If you accept those terms, then I will sign the release. They accepted. Legal binding means that not only they are to sign a paper for both sides and the terms of the aforementioned agreement or whatever, but a lawyer has to be present. A lawyer was present, and we both signed the papers. They did pay me the half amount, and 3 weeks later, they paid me the other half. And we're talking about, hold on, I think I was getting paid like 580 times 6. I got probably the most amount of money I got paid in my life, like in one go, about 3.2 thousand euros at the time, which paid my plane tickets to New York, but it's still for another time. And finally, This is the day that I got fired, and I need to get paid, and I did get paid. Why did I was so adamant about some of the things that I described in my story tonight? Because I know there's at least one person watching right now that's going something very similar. So I needed to tell them that you're not the only one. Shit happens. Stop panicking. Deal with the situation. Stop relying on anyone. Rely only on yourself. Protect your interests and you'll be fine. And this is advice for everybody. Even if you lose your job, it's not the end of the world. You're not the first one, you're not the last one. But you need to protect your dignity and your rights. By any means necessary. So I'm coming back to what I said before. A company is never your friend. They will use you and they will throw you away just as easily. Be smart. Be smart. Because honestly, all of you are so much smarter than me. The only thing that I am better than all of you combined is that I'm too stupid to panic. That's my superpower. So I take a step back, I think, I move. If they do the same procedure to me, I will get bad. You lost. By experience, if a company tells you are a family, run away right away. Absolutely, I hate that. You did bring a dignity prize. The guy who hates his job. Yeah, I absolutely hate my job. Absolutely, I hate my job. Doesn't diminish my pride. Doesn't diminish. I am proud of what I do. I just hate my job. Simple. Rega, if they do the same procedure to you, you will not get bad. If you want to survive the next day, if you want to fuck off and just do that, you're gonna lose. If you're just gonna be a loser, do that. Be a fucking loser. Is that what you want to be? No. You want to be a winner. You want to be a Tess. You want to be a Alexander. You want to be a Buzan. You want to be a Wheels. Don't be an Alex. Be a winner. You stupid, idiotic, wonderful idiot. I won't have my money. A winner. A winner. Winner, winner. The last anime you watched, you live in eternity. What anime are you in? Hunter x Hunter. Be a winner. Okay, Mitsuo, please tell me you're here. Please tell me you're here. Please tell me you're here, Mitsuo. New emote right away. Okay, 2 emotes. I am a winner and my face. I am a winner and my face. And something about the host for podcast. Now, has anyone here gotten fired? Let me hear your thoughts. Has anyone get fired? Also, is Maraki here? If Maraki does not respond to me in a matter of a minute, I'm gonna lose it. Just FYI. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. If Maraki does not respond in a fucking minute, I'm gonna go crazy. Bitch said nothing. Bitch said nothing. All fucking story time. I'm gonna find also quit before that happens. That's bad. You should not quit like that. You should protect your rights, then you quit. Quitting is for losers. Okay, I officially can't get mad. I will call Maraki afterwards, and I am gonna rip her a new one. Exactly. But this is the thing. Every job will suck. every single job will fucking suck. It's okay, I will send you 100 euros back for my fit pics. Okay. Oh, okay, I got what you meant. I got what you meant. No, I'm not into fit, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's also a thing. Yes, that's me. That's me. Alex, that's me. About what? Why was I the chosen one? Why am no longer the chosen one? I haven't bought any fit pics. What are you talking about? I'm not into fit. I like breasts. I like ample and supple breasts. I would buy a breast picture, not a fit picture. That script, honestly, go suck a dick, man. Honestly. Like, the only time you appear is to say something stupid and you go disappear again, playing your little video games. Fuck off. Not every job. What if I get a job that I can put my head between thighs and that's a perfect job? Well, if you find that job...
I'm touching myself tonight.
If you're getting that job and you're getting paid, sure, have you for that. You can't even type correctly. Don't talk to me, bitch. Don't talk to me. You are nothing. Right.
Certainty of death. Small chance of success.
I feel good.
What are we waiting for?
I knew that I would not.
My God. My God, all of you. You guys are fucking crazy. You're fucking lunatics. That's what you are, all of you.
If you close your eyes, you're right. And if you choose to reveal, since you never live this
Never heal. Right. That's the story for tonight. I actually had a different story planned.
Just do it.
I had a different story planned for tonight. But I wanted to tell this story mainly to help out a friend. And I hope my story has inspired you or taught you a lesson or two. Don't panic. Do your thing. If you need any help, call me. I'm always available. Well, unless I am not. Subscribe. Sub so you don't miss my message. Because it was for you.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
And that means it's the end of story time. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I
Drink
hope
water, you dehydrated bitch!
it only gets his ego. Okay. And now it's time to